4th and inches, 4th and 10, or 4th and a fighting chance. At Henry Ford Health, we go for it. We go for it for our patients, teammates, friends, and family, in the labs, hospitals, clinics, and partnerships all around the state. We go for it for the millions of people who deserve a better quality of life. We go for it because we have to. It's who we are. We are Henry.
At Michigan First Mortgage, we believe a home is more than just four walls. It's endless possibilities, where relationships are strengthened and next steps are taken. It's a place to call your very own, where you can create new traditions and welcome family with open arms. And at Michigan First, it's at the heart of everything we do. Let us help you discover the possibilities of home.
The value of champions of character across all institutions is a message that we can all get behind.
The purpose behind Champions of Character is to have that student-athlete experience be one of growth.
Men's basketball on campus, we make sure that we give back with a smile and with a purpose.
Our goal as coaches is for our players to leave being better men, better husbands, better fathers, and better members in their community.
NAIA is Champions of Character.
From our very first breath, curiosity is why we question everything through barrages of whys and how comes. It now needs the tools to will its vision into existence. Tools that will forever allow curiosity to obscure the line between technology and magic. Be curious. Make magic. Lawrence Technological University.
What I've learned the most from golf is to have integrity in everything you say and do.
One of the biggest lessons of that sports impacts my daily life is discipline.
Be a champion of character, it just means to realize first that you're a part of something that's bigger than yourself.
Being a part of NAIA is something that I'm going to keep with me forever because it's not only made me a better athlete, but it's made me a better person.
The NAIA really just cares about their student athletes and just the experience in general at the school, and I think that's really important.
The NAIA stands for, has great core values. One that's most important to me is servant leadership. Being able to serve your community is a huge reason why I chose the NAIA.
I am a champion of character.
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 If your workload requires strength and durability, Silverado from your Metro Detroit Chevy dealers will have your back, handling everything you need to bring your unique vision to life. When the job calls for the best, Silverado is the hard-working pickup that means business. Lease a 2024 Silverado Crew Cab LT for just $319 a month. Put it in D and see why Chevy drives the Motor City.
Devil Stadium for tonight's women's lacrosse game between the Crusaders of Madonna University and your Lawrence Tech Blue Devils. Madonna enters today's match with a record of 2 wins and 9 losses. Here is their starting lineup. Starting at defense, number 6, Madison Ho. Starting attack, number 7, Maddie Conrad. Starting attack, number 12, Adriana Kennedy. Midfielder, number 13, Leanne Johnson. Attack, number 15, Rye O'Connor. Midfielder, number 16, Sydney Pattinson. Defender, number 17, Marissa Rushlow. Defender, number 21, Zoe Zodunsic. Midfielder, number 23, Erica Hernandez. Goalkeeper, number 27, Abigail Naka. Defender, number 34, Lily McKee. Goalkeeper, number 46, Olivia Antonio. The Crusaders are coached by Dan Teskey, Maya Dyson, and Maddie Percy. Now, here are your starters for Lawrence Tech Blue Devils. Starting attack from Grand Haven, Michigan. Number 1, Sydney Robinson. Starting attack from Zeeland, Michigan. Number 3, Bella Lors. Starting midfield from Grand Haven, Michigan. Number 4, Audrey Spencer. Starting defender from Commerce Township. Number 5, Corinne Saylor. Attack from Caledonia, Michigan. Number 7, Hannah Huebner. Midfielder from Novi, Michigan. Number 9, Elena Smythe. Midfielder from Mistal, Illinois. Number 10, Mary Pelman. Attack from Canton, Michigan. Number 13, Morgan Wallagora. Defender from Livonia, Michigan. Number 16, Carmen Foster. Midfielder from Livonia, Michigan. Number 21, McKenna Van Zandt. Defender from West Olive, Michigan. Number 22, Jocelyn Vanderswag. And your goalkeeper for tonight from Northville, Michigan. Number 24, Madison Gugala. The Blue Devils are coached by Emma Kuhl, assisted by Katie Waits and Annabella Cook. At this time, we ask that you please rise for the playing of your national anthem.
And welcome in for a Wednesday afternoon game. Alex Johnson on the call here at Blue Devils Stadium. The number 5 team in the country, the Lawrence Tech Blue Devils, taking on the Madonna Crusaders. Definitely going to be an interesting WAC matchup, as Lawrence Tech coming into this one 6-4, 3-1 in conference play, and Madonna 2-9. Haven't had any conference matchups yet, so it'll be really interesting to see if Madonna can start making a jump in the winners circle per se, or the category for wins, as a win against Lawrence Tech would be a huge win for them this season. Let's see if Sydney Robinson or Bella LaWorse is going to take the draw here. Looks like it's going to be Sydney Robinson against Leanne Johnson. And the ref getting everything set up. And here we go. Going to be a ground ball pickup for Lawrence Tech, as Vanderswag able to grab that one for Robinson. Now Hubner going to set up down low. Gets it over to Wallagora. To Smythe on the left wing. And she gets shut down by Crusader defense there. But Pellman up top, back to Smythe. Smythe trying to find a way to strike first blood. Finds a hole in. Shot over the top, and that's going to be goal number 1, as we are 14-17. Left to go in the first quarter, so Alina Smythe grabbing her first of the game. It's going to be her 39th, team leading 39th on the season. And Lawrence Tech strikes quick on this one, so it'll be interesting to see if Lawrence Tech's going to keep this slow and steady, or they're going to try and pour it on in the first half. And it looks like Smythe got that first one solo too. So Robinson versus Johnson for the draw. This one pops up, and Vanderswag able to grab that one. Finds Wallagora. Wallagora goes down low. Just missing it was Spencer. But the worse. Looks like Crusader ball. Johnson dumps that off to Hogue. A little bit of a trouble there. Smythe putting the pressure on. Good screen there by McKee. O'Connor having a whole lot of trouble there. Nice interception by Hubner. She goes to Sydney Robinson. Robinson going to cut through, but gets passed off. So Smythe sets up with it on the left wing again as everybody resets. Now Robinson backs up to set up top. Trying to look like she was going to cut right there. Some shutter steps, finds Hubner, and she's going to grab one. So 2-goal lead here. So Hubner grabs her 24th of the season, and Robinson grabs her 40th assist of the year. She is definitely the playmaker for this Blue Devil offense. 32 goals, 40 assists, and 72 points on the season, with Smythe and Hubner a little bit behind her, but still those three leading Lawrence Tech so far this year. It'll be interesting to see how Lawrence Tech fills 3 big pairs of shoes, with all 3 being seniors for the Blue Devils. This draw is going to go into the Crusader side, but Wallagora sets up on the left wing. She's going to take it deep. She finds Hubner to the worst. Robinson on the far side. She's going to down low to Hubner. Hubner tries to cut in but backs out to Wallagora. Wallagora's going to use the screen. Keeps going far. Finds another hole in, but gives it to Hubner. Down low to Robinson. Looked like she was going to take a big whack at it. Ducks. And that's going to be a free shot for Robinson. She got a nice little bounce pass to Smythe. Smythe gets her own rebound. Make it 3-0. Trying to see if there's an assist on that one due to it being dropped. That should be a solo due to the drop. So 2 solo goals here early in the first quarter. Not even 3 minutes into the game. So we are at 12:08 left in the first quarter. Robinson able to give Vanderswag enough room there. This one's going to be a ground ball chance here. Still going, Crusaders. Not able to grab it, and Robinson able to let Lawrence Tech set up. Now Pellman going to take it down the right side. Has a lane to the middle. Easy goal for LaWerse. Nice one-timer there. One touch for goal number 4. Took the Blue Devils 21 seconds to grab their 3rd and 4th of the game. Worst grabs her 15th goal of the season to give her 19 points, one away from 20 on the year. Be interesting to see if she can grab that final, wouldn't call it final point, but 20th point of the season tonight. Vanderswag able to grab that ground ball. And she's going to turn on her jets down the right side. Oh, Crusaders able to create a ground ball chance there, but Robinson backs up Vanderswag. Now she's going to take it herself down the right side. Finds the worst, though. A lot of space in the offensive zone. Oh, looks like we're going to get a penalty on number 15, Rhea O'Connor, the junior attacker for the Crusaders. So Madonna is going to be a man or woman down. LaWerse finds it's going to be an easy goal for Audrey Spencer. So 5-0 Blue Devils made fast work of that situation. And it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. So Blue Devils up 5-0. And we haven't even hit the 4-minute mark of the first quarter, so we'll be right back after the timeout break.
LTU goal scored by number 4, Audrey Spencer, assisted by number 3, Bella Lewart.
And we are back from the timeout break, and we have the stats on that last goal. So, Audrey Spencer grabs her 14th on the season, and LaWorse grabs her 5th assist on the year. So let's see if Robinson can win another draw here for the Blue Devils. And she's going to grab that one too. It's a little bit of pressure from Johnson, but easily makes her way into the Crusader zone. Finds Pellman, dumps it low. Easy goal for LaWorse. So LaWorse grabs her second goal of the game. And that's going to be a nice assist by Mary Pellman. So LaWorse now has 16 goals on the season, and Pellman grabs her 18th assist. I believe that one took even shorter. That one took 16 seconds between goals. And Robinson able to get her stick up high for that one, still keeping it, but it ends up bouncing out. Robinson grabs it again. And she's going to circle back to find Van Zandt, who didn't get everything on that one, but able to pick up the ground ball. Walagora puts on a nice screen, and Van Zandt's going to take it all the way in herself. And she's still got a bit of a lane to run. Van Zandt gets it to Walagora. Over to Robinson. Now Smythe on the far side. She's going to cut in. Backs out. Cuts right. Backs out again. Over to Robinson. Down low to Hubner. To LaWorse. She's going to put on the Jets. Tries to turn it. Now back to Smythe. Little give and go here between to Robinson. She tried to go low, but nice save by Vitintonio. And that one's going to bounce off. But Hubner picks it up to Smythe. She's going to slide it in. That's going to be her hat trick goal. So goal number 7. At the 9:39 mark. Hubner's going to add another stat tally as she grabs her 16th assist on the year. So it brings her just right at the 40-point mark, as she's already got a goal and assist so far today. Where's with a nice snag there. She's got a lane. She's going to go right, but backs off over to Hubner. Out of Spencer. She's going to go all the way to center. Gives it to Robinson, who finds Pellman. To Smythe. She cuts right. Has a chance. Shot. That one goes wide left. Robinson picks it up. Now to the worst. She's going to back down low to Hubner. To Robinson. To the middle to Smythe. She spins. Low goal. That's going to be a save by Olivia Vittatonio. Now Robinson to Smythe. To Pellman. Pellman rips a shot, and that's another save by Vittatonio. McKee trying to carry it up. Getting pressured by the Blue Devils. Walagora steals it. She's going to get a big cross check there from Lily McKee, the defensive graduate student. So that's going to be another penalty for the Crusaders. And Blue Devils are warming up. So 8:05 left in the first quarter. Sounds like someone's ripping down 10 Mile on their motorcycle. Now Smythe up top. Down low. And Lawrence just misses the pass, so that's going to be Crusader ball. Now Abigail Magda able to grab that one. Sends it over to Madison Haig. Hogue dumps that one off again to Magda. Rushlow tries to get it up to Conrad. Conrad getting a lot of pressure from the worst. Hubner jumps in. Creates a ground ball. Hubner picks up, just misses the ground ball. It looks like that's going to be a cross check. So Blue Devils now 2 women up. Looks like the worst is going to put the Jets on to come around the back of the net, trying to find somebody. That one gets knocked out of the air, still up, bouncing. Spencer grabs that one, throws it down. Picks up and fixes the mistake. Now Walagora up top. Far side to Smythe. She goes all the way back door to Hubner for the 8th goal of the game. Hubner grabs her 2nd goal and 41st point of the year, giving her 25 goals now. Definitely be interesting to see if the Blue Devils can get to 10 here in the first quarter. Then it would start the running clock scenario, which most teams dread if you're the one that you're getting scored on that much. But let's take a quick look at the last 5 games for the Blue Devils. It's 5 games ago. They had that nice match against Siena Heights where they won 15-6, and then they went down to Fort Wayne and lost 12-15 against the number 9 Indiana Tech Warriors. And then they went to Indy, staying in Indiana, and grabbed a win against number 7, Marian University, 16-11. And then came back home to go up against Lewis University for an 18-17 tight win. Looks like Walagora is trying to find someone there. Wallensack, not Walagora. 13-15 look really close from far away, but Hubner with it now finds Wallensack. But looks like Morgan Walagora is going to grab that one. Walagora grabs her 6th goal of the season. So it makes it 9-0 here with 5:56 left in the first quarter. And then the last game of the 5 was against Rochester, as Blue Devils took that one a 22-1 win here at Blue Devil Stadium. Then moving over to the Crusaders, looking at their last 5. Goes back to March 20th against St. Ambrose, where they lost 5-17. Then they had a game against number 9 Indiana Tech. They lost 2-22, and then Siena Heights, they got blanked 21-0. And then against Marian University, they lost 17-2. And then against Bethel, they lost 13-3. So definitely the Crusaders looking for something to change here, is Pellman getting absolutely the shaft given to her. Quite a few cross checks as Walagora grabs number 2 here. So 5:24 left, and it is now 10-0. So the running clock starts here early in this one. But yeah, Pellman definitely earned that one for the Blue Devils, as she was getting popped quite a few times by a wall of Crusaders. So Robinson versus Johnson in the draw again. Robinson able to grab a stick on that one, puts it away. Then she gets dumped on that one by Sydney Pattinson, senior midi. So that's another warm-up scenario for the Blue Devils. Walagora with it. She's going to get a little pressure from Crusaders defense. Looks to dump to the middle to Pellman. Pellman gets a shot off. Ground ball chance here. Crusader sticks with it. Looks like that's Magda. She's going to try and get around. Ball pops out there. So Reese Namath picks it up. She's got a lot of room to run here. Keeps cutting back to the right to let Lawrence Tech catch up. Now Robinson to Pellman. Pellman was going to rip a shot there. Goes middle to Walagora. Walagora turns into a Crusaders. Might be another. It's a free possession shot. So let's see if Walagora can grab the hat trick. She's going to pass it off to Pellman. Pellman dumped it low, and it looks like it's going to be a save from Trupiano. So Lawrence Tech getting some fresh faces in here as Trupiano ripped that shot off a little bit ago. Now Conrad's going to run up the right side, gets pressure from Robinson. Now Trupiano, ground ball shot. And that's going to be a cross-check penalty against the freshman attacker, Anna Trupiano. So both teams a woman down here. Brings it back to even. Hubner putting a little pressure on, trying to get the ground ball. That one gets swatted away by Hubner, and it's still Lawrence Tech ball. Now Hubner finds Saylor. Saylor having a little bit of trouble getting that pass off. Say mob, but Hubner is going to grab it and dump that one down, just missing Robinson on about, I would say, the 5-yard line. It's going to be a miscue on the pass. Looks like Magda trying to go against Wallensack as she picks that up, takes it down the far right side. Still putting pressure on her behind the net. Wallensack has a chance here. Wrap around. Just misses inside left. The D'Antonio definitely getting a lot of shots here today. She's faced 15 so far that have been on net. 18 that have went off. Big chance here for the Crusaders as Conrad tried to dump that one in. Still a chance for the Crusaders. Is Adriana Kennedy with it. Conrad was looking to cut in. Now Smythe able to get that one out. No. Rodriguez dumped that back to the far side. Hernandez up top with it. Loses it. Gets pushed off the ball. And that is going to be the end of quarter number 1. Blue Devils up 10-0. So we'll be back after the intermission break. And we are back for quarter number 2. Still 1 quarter left in the first half. Take a quick look at the stat line, as Robinson only has 1 assist so far. The worst, 2 goals and an assist. Audrey Spencer, 1 goal. Hannah Hubner, 2 goals, 3 assists for 5 points. Smythe, 3 goals, assists for 4. Pellman, 2 assists. And Wallagora, she's got 2 goals. It looks like we got some changes on the offensive side, with Wallensack in, Trupiano in, and Namath in. Now Spencer goes far side to Namath. She's got a shot chance. That one rings off the crossbar. Trupiano's going to try and chase this one down. And it stays Lawrence Tech ball. Robinson is going to headman this one. Fake give to Smythe. She backs up to the 25. Gets a running start. Cuts left. Backs out of it. Tries to go center. Spencer down on the play. Wallensack with it. She goes, looks for the cut man. Finds it. And Spencer grabs goal number 2. So 11-0 now. Just under a minute in. So Spencer grabs goal number 15 on the year. So she's slowly sneaking her way up the leaderboard for goals as she's tied with Mari Pellman now. Puts her tied for 4th overall for the Blue Devils. So still running clock. If you joined us late, Blue Devils up on the Crusaders 11-0 as they got busy in the first quarter with 10 goals. With 5 different people scoring. Vanderswag was trying to dig to get that one out, but the Crusaders putting a little pressure on offense now as Pattinson had that one. Still up in the air as Johnson trying to dig for the ground ball. Looked like Trupiano. Nope, not. Liliana Littner was the one that was trying to dig for that one, but she's going to put the pressure on the Crusader offense now. So that one goes to Maddie Conrad. She goes far side. That one gets dumped in the middle, but ends up going all the way across. Now Kennedy falls on the play. So the freshman attacker, Adriana Kennedy, gets a free possession chance here. She dumps that one off, ends up in the ground again. Lawrence Tech with it. Now Van Zandt going to cut down the right side, all the way in. 3-on-4 here, but Van Zandt still got the motor going. She rips a shot wide right. Still Lawrence Tech ball, so Wallensack grabs it, off, loads it to Spencer. Spencer up top to Smythe. To Robinson. And she's going to take her time, trying to find the best angle. Whole lot of room on the right side. Cuts right, finds a hole in, rips a shot. Goal for Robinson. So 12-0 now, Lawrence Tech as Robinson grabs her 33rd goal on the year. Be really interesting to see what the Blue Devils do in the second half. See if they make some big position changes. As it looks like the starting lineup for the Blue Devils came back in, with Wallagora, Hubner, and Pellman back. And the worse. She sits on the 40. That one pops up. Robinson able to grab it. Finds Wallagora on the right side. Wallagora was looking for the middle cut, but no one was home. So she carries it all the way over to the left side. Finds Smythe up top to Robinson. Again, she backs up to kind of look and see what the Crusaders are doing. She's looking for the screen. Offloads it to Pellman, and that one's going to bounce around right in front of Van Antonio. Lily McKee getting pressure. Offloads it to Madison Hogue. Look like Magda having a little bit of trouble in the pass there, but able to grab it. Finds Conrad on the far left side. Conrad getting pressure from Vanderswag now. Still has a lane in. Now Rodriguez cuts the middle, has a lane in. Doesn't get the shot off. Smythe picks up the ground ball. Now she's going to go the other way. Whole lot of space for Robinson with a nice lane on the outside, but Smythe going to keep going. Robinson looks low, goes far side, just misses Spencer. But Pellman able to pick up the errant pass and resets everything. It looks like we're going to have a timeout here from Lawrence Tech, so we'll take a quick timeout break. And we are back from the timeout break. Wind really whipping on this side of the freeway, coming from the south side through the north side end zone. Looks like we had a good talk on that timeout break for Lawrence Tech. Now Robinson cuts left, gives the pass. LaWorse rips that one high and over. And it looks like Wallagora wasn't able to get to it, so Crusader ball as Leanne Johnson's going to pick it up. She dumps that one off. Hubner intercepts, going to take the easy shot. Says thank you for the Christmas present as Lawrence Tech grabs goal number 13 with 7:28 left in the first half. So that's Hubner's hat trick goal. Giving her 6 points on the day. Puts her at 44 total. So she's slowly trying to claw in Elena Smythe. So be Robinson and Johnson against each other again in the center circle. That one's going to bounce off a few people, but Robinson grabs it. Backs out, finds Smythe up top. Down low to Spencer. Spencer rips. It's going to be a genuine save by Vita Antonio, but I believe her pass is going to go out at about the 43. Now Carmen Foster with it. She's going to carry it in. Dumps it off to Pellman. Spencer on the right side. To Hubner. To LaWorse. Up top to Robinson to reset. Now Wallagora. She's going to ride the wall. Looks for Foster in the middle. Foster gets backed out. Finds a hole in. Tried to cut in. Got stopped. Now to Wallagora. Down low to Hubner. Worse. Getting pushed all the way outside, almost to the numbers. Now Pellman. Gonna cut in. Finds a lane. Over the top. And Hubner is gonna grab goal number 4. So 14-0 now for Lawrence Tech with 4:27 left in the half. It looks like the ref deemed it a good goal, so looks like Robinson grabbed another assist on that one, so she sits at 3 points. 3 points so far on the day. Looks like Leanne Johnson's able to grab that one. She takes it down the right side, but that's going to be ground ball chance, and Vanderswag grabs it. She dumps it to Smythe. Finds Wallagora in the middle. Hubner down low, right side. Over to LaWorse. All the way up top to Smythe. And resets with Robinson. A lot of room on that right side. as the Crusaders really front-loading the front left. Pellman able to grab the errant pass from Hubner. She tries to cut left, loses it, but picks it back up. Now back to Robinson. Crusaders really trying to force an isolation there from Robinson. Give and go here. Walagora tried to get the backhand shot, but ends up going over. Now the worst, all the way back up top to Robinson. She rips a shot, and that one's going to sneak in. So Robinson grabs her second of the game to make it 15-0. So just under 2 minutes left in the half. And it does not look like the Blue Devils are going to let off the pedal in this one. So it would be really interesting to see what they do in the second half. They're going to let up off the throttle, or are they going to make some changes, let some of the freshmen and sophomore see if they can do some damage with the junior class already stepping up in this one and putting their name on the score sheet. With Worse and Walagora putting their name down. Now Vanderswag. Ooh. Miscues on the pass, but it helps her, creates a whole lot of space there for an easy pass to Audrey Spencer. Out of Smythe. Now Wallenczak to Spencer. Small screen there by Smythe. Spencer rips in, tried to just go low, but saved by Butantonio. Smythe finds a lane in, cuts, puts it top left, grabs her fourth of the game to tie her with Hubner. As she extends her goal lead for the Blue Devils to give her 42 goals on the year. And with the buzzer, it is now 16-0 as Lawrence Tech heads into the half against the Crusaders. So we'll be back after the halftime break. We are back with the second half. Looks like Lawrence Tech's going to bring out their starters again to start off the half. And Hubner with it on the far side. Now Spencer to Hubner to Walagora. Back to Spencer. A little worse. She cuts in. Looks like that might be a free possession shot. Right on the about 8 yards out. She's going to rip this one and grab goal number 17 and her hat trick for the game. As we are just now crossing the minute marker of the half. And it looks like the graduate student, Rachel Costello, is in at goalkeeper. So the worst now puts herself at 17 goals on the season. And it gives her fourth place completely. Robinson carries it in, far side. Finds Smythe right on the hash marks. Walagora. She tries to put a spin move on, but backs out. Was looking for somebody in the middle, but nobody there. Now LaWorse with it. She spins back left, cuts back in, shot, and that one's going to bounce in. And it looks like good goal, so number 19. Trying to wait and see if there is an assist on that one. So no assist as Worse grabs her fourth of the game. Puts her at 18 goals now on the season. Now Robinson in the center circle again as she was going against Kennedy. That one's going to be another draw win for Robinson. So Hubner with it on the far side. Up top to Smythe. She finds Walagora, misses it. Pellman grabs it. Getting a little pressure, finds Smythe. Smythe had a nice little wave of a stick in her face. But Spencer has a lane in. Shot. Goal. So Lawrence Tech grabs number 20. And Spencer grabs the hat trick. At just about the 10:37 mark. So it looks like Lawrence Tech is still foot on the gas pedal for this one. For the Blue Devils, so far their highest goal total looks like it's the 22 goals against Rochester Christian University, or just Rochester, on April 3rd. So definitely going back-to-back with big scoring games. And it looks like they're going to give that draw to Madonna. So Adriana Kennedy dumps that one to Maddie Conrad. Conrad trying to set up. Finds O'Connor. O'Connor gets backed out. All the way down to Erica Hernandez. Hernandez goes behind the net, getting pressure from Pellman. She dumps it off to O'Connor. O'Connor tries to come back out top. Ground ball chaser. Costello wasn't able to get a stick on it. But she gets help from Wallagora, and Wallagora got pushed out. But Lawrence Sec ball here. Now that gets dropped to Costello. She rips this one deep. Finds Van Zandt. Van Zandt's going to carry it in. Has some time here. Shot. Van Zandt grabs the goal. And it looks like that's number 20. So I was off on my goal mat there. So Van Zandt grabs her 10th of the season as the sophomore midi, putting her name on the stat sheet in a big stat night for the Blue Devils, as they have 7 different goal scorers tonight. Looks like we're slowly getting some changes on both sides of the ball, with Trupiano coming in and Nemeth coming in on defense. And Wallensack is in too. Another free draw for Madonna. And it looks like we're going to get a timeout for Madonna, so we'll be right back after the timeout break. We're back from the timeout. Madonna had a chance and just gave it away on the miscue from the pass. So Vanderswag is going to carry it up, getting a bit of pressure, but dumps it off to Smythe at 35, and she has a whole lot of room to run down the near side of the field. She dumps it to Wallensack, and Wallensack misses over the top. Now back to Wallensack. To Wallagora. Now Smythe up top. Trupiano. As Crusaders congesting the side, but Trupiano fires from deep with a bounce. That gives Lawrence Tech 21 and Trupiano scores her first as a Blue Devil. It's a solid bounce goal there through congestion, found a lane, and made it count. So good on the freshman. So clock still winding down. So we're creeping up on the 5-minute mark of the third quarter. And Robinson went down on that one, but Lawrence Tech still wins it. Now Wallensack to Wallagora. She gets a little chop from Pattinson. Now Pellman up top to Smythe. Over to Robinson. She goes far side. Down to Wallensack to Hubner. Hubner finds Trupiano. Shot! That one goes wide right. Now Wallensack over to Wallangora. Up top to Robinson. She's trying to find a lane in. Crusader stumbles on the play. It looks like that's going to be Crusader ball. Reese Wild trying to find a pass, goes back to Vitantonio. That one gets dumped far side. Bree O'Connor dumps that off to Conrad. Now Namath bearing down on Conrad. Conrad cuts back to the left, looks for a pass, cuts some more. She got surrounded. And it looks like Robinson's going to get one here. Didn't really see what the call was. So Madonna, a woman up. Now O'Connor. Guys go far side, but nice interception chance there by Smythe, it looked like. She was able to get enough of a stick on it to create some chaos. But O'Connor back up top. Out to Johnson. To the middle to Rodriguez. Patterson looked like she was going for pass there, but had a miscue with Kennedy. O'Connor down low. Shot. That one goes wide from Pattinson. So that should be Madonna's first shot of the game. 2:15 left in the quarter. They go A give to Conrad as she goes back to O'Connor. O'Connor trying to find a lane in. There's a chance there. Costello with the save. This is a grad student getting a little bit of action. So second shot of the game for Madonna, and it was a dangerous one from the doorstep. Big chance here for the Blue Devils is Wallagora. Was carrying it in. It looked like Abigail Magda lost her stick on that one, so free possession shot here for Wallagora. She wants to grab her hat trick goal. She dumps it off to Smythe. Smythe cuts right. Nice. But Smith grabs it again. She tries to dump it in the middle to Robinson. Robinson spins, scores. 22 now. And Robinson grabs her hat trick goal. So just under a minute left in the quarter now. That gives Robinson her 35th goal of the season. She's got 4 points in the night, giving her 75 points on the year. So this now is the season high for goals for Lawrence Tech, as we see some big offensive changes here. Looks like McKenna Van Zant, sophomore middies coming in. Audrey Spencer, the freshman midfielder, comes back in. And that's the end of the quarter. So Lawrence Tech up 22-0 as they're trying to keep the Shuddy alive. So we'll be right back after the intermission break. And we are back, and some big changes. Looks like Robinson He's going to not be on draw control here. And that's going to be free possession towards Madonna, I believe. It looks like there's a bit of confusion. McKee trying to get that pass off, but it sneaks its way through to Adriana Kennedy. And that's going to be possession for the Crusaders. Now Trupiano puts some pressure on. And Trupiano sneaks over the line, so that's going to be penalty on the freshman. So Madonna, woman up now. O'Connor to Johnson. She tries cutting to the right and gets stepped. So, opportunity here for Madonna with Leanne Johnson, the junior midi, with a free possession shot. Costello gonna hold the shotty here, hopefully. She takes the shot, and Lawrence Tech able to get to her before she can even get it off. She hangs onto it. Rodriguez with it. She dumps it low. Vanderswag putting pressure on Conrad. Back over top. That one's going to sneak its way over the 20. Carmen Foster put a bit of a body on there. Looks like that's going to be possession Lawrence Tech. Now Karen Saylor carries it down the far side. That's going to still be Lawrence Tech ball. That gets dumped in. Now, believe that's Wallensack. Free shot, goal. Was speechless and could barely speak with how open she was. So goal number 23 is Wallensack grabs her first of the game. And 8th of the year. So 12:20 left in the game. And now Lawrence Tech has their season high for goals. With another freshman goal scorer adding their name to the score sheet. Looks like Van Zant was going against Kennedy for the draw, but Kennedy able to grab that one. Now ground ball here, but it's going to be a penalty on Van Zant. So Madonna has another woman up chance here. That one gets scooped, and Adriana Kennedy got dumped there. So free possession for Madonna, and it looks like Madonna is going to call another timeout. So we'll take a short break for the timeout. And we're back from the timeout break. 11:09 left in the game running clock. Wind still whipping as Lawrence Tech is dominant on both sides of the field. Madonna has had a few opportunities. As another chance here, Costello gets a piece of that one. Not sure where it went, but little help there from Karen Saylor. Now Vanderswag able to grab that one. Going to put the pace on. She's getting a little pressure from Lily McKee down the numbers. Hubner with it. Over Wallensack. Now Spencer to Robinson. Robinson to the right side, trying to find a way in. Looking for the pass down low, and that one's going to bounce out. To the middle, to Robinson. To Hubner. Back up top, Trupiano. Trupiano gets bounced out. Now over to Vanderswag. And Vanderswag gets knocked off the ball by McKee. Now Conrad getting pressure from Van Zandt. As Van Zandt's defense lets Lawrence Tech get numbers back onto the defensive side. O'Connor slows it down for Pattinson. Back to O'Connor. She comes back to the top. Slowly trying to make our way in. Gets pushed out there by Foster. That one gets knocked out. Rodriguez going to try and pick it up here. Cuts back. Pass to the far side to Johnson, but looks like we're going to have another free possession shot chance here. Costello didn't really get a chance to save the first one as the defense just swarmed the Crusader. This one gets off, and that's going to be a goal for Madonna. So 23-1 now with 8:22 left in the game. Leanne Johnson was the one to have one. That's going to be her 5th goal of the season. And her 2nd free possession goal of the year. Some more changes here. As Vanderswag comes out. Possession for Lawrence Tech. Now Wallagora down the near side. Over to Hubner. Just over 7 minutes left. Now Smythe trying to create some room for Robinson. She cuts right. Backs out, looks for the cut. Now Smythe back with it. She spins off a blocker, has a chance, was looking for Foster, but couldn't execute the pass. Foster able to pick it up. Now Smythe back with it. She goes back up top to Wallagora. to Robinson. She was looking over the top for the pass. That one looks like it went off Crusader. Now ground ball chance here. Wallenczak picks it up over to Robinson. Smythe behind that. Looks to circle. Shot. Goal. So Lawrencek answers back to the goal. And Smythe grabs her 5th goal of the game and 7th point of the game, which ties her on points with Hubner, but gives her the goal lead for the game. So we're at 5:30 left now. And Robinson comes back to the center circle to take the draw against Adriana Kennedy. That one pops up. Still bouncing around, and Robinson able to grab it. Smythe over to Wallenczak. Robinson to Smythe. To Wallagora. Hubner. All the way up top to Robinson as she sets up on the 25. Comes in with speed, cuts left. Shot! Save! That one sneaks out. Looks like Johnson's going to try and take it the whole way as she's getting chased by Wallagora. Now Conrad on the outside. Johnson down low. O'Connor has a chance here, but ball pops out. Now Smythe has it. Cuts back to the right. Goes to where there's open turf. Just about 3:30 left in the game. Smythe over to Wallagora to Robinson. To Smythe. Now Wallenczak able to grab that one. Looks like we're going to get another timeout, this time for Lawrence Tech, so we'll be right back after a short break. And we are back from the timeout break. It looks like we got some more changes as Liliana Littner and Trupiano come out. Looks like Vanderswag is back in for the last 3 minutes. Now Spencer Wallagora over to Smythe. Now Wallensack down low. Over to Robinson. All the way up top to Spencer. To Smythe. Far side to Robinson. A lot of passing now to Pellman. She's going to cut in, gets a little pressure. Looks like she's going to get a free possession shot chance here. Let's see if she gives the pass. No, she's going to rip that one. Left side. Grabs the 25th goal with just under 2 minutes left in the game. So Pellman grabs goal number 16 on the year. Is the junior midi. Has been really kind of that go-between for the Lawrence Tech offense so far this game. It's been giving a lot of the attackers in the offensive zone that kind of escape valve they need to kind of get themselves out of trouble. So a minute left in this one. Robinson swats that one back, and Smythe able to pick it up. See what they do for this last 45 seconds as Robinson is gingerly taking her time here, checking the clock as it's just about to hit 30 seconds left. Over to Smythe. So it looks like Lawrence Tech's just going to run this one out. Smythe looking for a chance here. Spencer lost it there. That one popped up. Saylor was able to grab it. Hubner, 10 seconds left. Robinson cuts in. Up top, Smythe. Some fancy footwork to end it. Lawrence Tech takes this one 25-1. Definitely a one-sided contest. Lawrence Tech looks to their next matchup against Bethel University in Indiana at Mishawaka before they head into the WAC championships. So definitely big one with one game left in the season before they head to playoffs. So we just want to say thank you for joining us. And we will be back after a short break with the men's game against U of M Dearborn. That one will be an interesting one, so we hope you stay with us after the warm-up break for the men's.